Hey, what's up, Game of Thrones fans? Alright, today we're going to talk about the Night's Queen.
Gather the elders and let's talk.
Why are we talking about the Night's Queen? Because I have a theory, and I might be wrong, but I don't think the Night's King is running the show. I think the Night's King is the head general, the head priest, the high priest. I think that's what's going on with the Night King. But see, this is the thing about it. If he is indeed the actual Night's King, the 13th Lord Commander, the actual Stark Night's King, if it's him, then that tells me something. That means he's been alive for all these years. If that's true, then why the fuck can't the Night's Queen be alive for all these years? I mean, all in all, she was more powerful than him. He gave her his soul. I think that's got a lot to say about it. What if she's the one running things? What if she is back in the lands of always winter? He's not giving the orders. He's just the head general. What if she is back at the lands of always winter doing these things? Now, we haven't seen any other White Walker women. But what we do know is that White Walkers will mate with human women. Oh yeah, it says in George R. R. Martin's book, White Walkers don't have a problem with having sex with human women. And they create half-breed babies. They're half White Walker, half human. Now, what does that make me think? That makes me think that there are more White Walkers than the show tells us about. We know about the main army. But remember, the White Walker female that they found way back, when the 13th Lord Commander was around, that White Walker female was in an ice cube. They had to get her out of there. So why can't there be more White Walkers frozen? And her lore is actually pretty interesting. The Lord Commander at the time, he was a Stark. He looked down from the top of the wall. He could see her blue eyes. He went down there and he saw it. It said her skin was all white and pale, but it was beautiful. She was beautiful. He took her, he made her his queen. Now, did she use magic on him? I don't know. Did he lustfully have sex with her? Probably so. Then it says when he gave her his seed, he gave her his soul. I think that that's totally accurate. He lost his soul, he became a White Walker, and he started creating more White Walkers. 13 years. That's a long time to rule something. They were in the Night's Queen and the Night's King ruled for 13 years. That's a long time. And it's pretty obvious. They were snatching up Stark babies. They're snatching up Northern babies. They're snatching up Wildling babies. All of them. And they were creating White Walkers. They were making sacrifices to the old gods. To the great other. They were doing the sacrifice. They were doing all that shit. The Night's Queen, I think, was orchestrating all of it. I think she was the high priestess. I think she was the one running things. Now, a lot of people mix up the Night's King and the Night's Queen, think it has something to do with the long night. That's totally different. The Night's King wasn't around during the long night. The Night's King was and Night's Queen, they were in a different time period, a totally different era. Now, the Night's Queen and the Night's King, after 13 years of ruling, they were defeated. They were defeated by Bran the Breaker. Bran the Breaker was a Stark. He was the king of Winterfell. And like a lot of people, there's a lot of speculation that the Night's King was Bran the Builder, but I don't think so. There's so many Brans in the Stark family. That's an interchangeable name. So Bran the Breaker teamed up with Joramun, the first, well, not the first, but one of the kings beyond the wall. The king beyond the wall, Joramun, and Bran the Breaker allied their forces and took down the Night's King and the Night's Queen. They defeated the Night's Watch army that they had, and they defeated the White Walkers that they had. Now, this is a speculation that I think. I don't think that she was killed. I think that she was defeated. I think that the Night's King, if he is around now, he was defeated. I don't think they were dead. I don't think they died. See, it doesn't talk much about Did Brand the Breaker have obsidian? How they defeated him? It doesn't. But I don't think they're dead. I think they're around. So, the Corpse Queen probably still exists. She's probably in the Lands of Always Winter in this time period of the show, and the Night's King is just leading the army. He's paving the way. Also, they created a toy. Dark Horse created a toy that looks just like Melisandre's toy, but it's a White Walker woman. George R. R. Martin had it specifically created and sent to him, and he tried to keep it a secret, but he didn't. You know, so he tried to put all these patents saying that he wanted it specially made for him, but I think it's bullshit. Teflon TV actually has, if you go to their channel, they have a good theory about that. So, I want you guys to check it out. Thanks for listening in. Thanks for talking to me about this. If you have any other knowledge about the Night's Queen that I didn't hit on, go ahead and put it in the comments. Send me a link.